2, 1. Let's await our grand entrance.
That was. Hello, boys and girls. All these scenes remind me of a day. Oh, what a day. Do you know how to swim? Yes. I am so happy. You know, I tried. I got all life-saving gears. If I can get it out. Everything, nothing worked. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My name is Sinkura. Sinkura. Do you know what Sinkura is? I was gonna sink. Sink. That day was really, really hard. I tried using everything I had. I couldn't. You see, one day we were with Jesus. I said, do you know Jesus? He's amazing. And we were sitting down. It has nothing to do with water because I don't like water. I don't know how to swim. I'm even scared of the sun. You see, this is UV light protection. I'm hot. So, we were sitting on a mountain. And he was teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. And we were all very happy to listen. But the time kept going by and by and by and by. And then we didn't have time to go buy food, and Jesus had compassion anyways. He decided to feed all of us. You know how many of us were there? Oh, you know you were with us? That's amazing. Chris, how many? How did you know? Were you there? I didn't see. Maybe there was a lot of kids. 5,000 what? Jeremy. Only men. So 5,000, probably they had 5,000 wives, maybe. Some of them were not married, I don't know. So anyway, 5,000 wives, maybe 1 kid, 2 kids, let's say only 1 kid. That's 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000, that's what? That's what? That's a lot of thousands. Anyway, maybe, and then he said, I'm going to feed them. The disciples said, what? You're going to feed them? Are you crazy? How are you going to feed them? We don't have food. We didn't even eat. We were hungry. Anyways, I was sitting, and it seems Chris was there, Jeremy, a lot of you were there. But we were sitting, and we didn't know how. Anyway, they said they found a little kid just like you guys. And that little kid, do you know how many? Or you were, you know also, Chris? You know? Okay, tell me, Amy. Yes, you were there too. Wow, that's amazing. So Jesus prayed. Everybody sat down. Those 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, he just prayed and kept breaking them and giving them. And I was looking because I'm kind of a nosy person. What? They're not running out. What? Guess what? It fed all of us. Not only that, it had what? Leftovers. Shiloh. And Shiloh was there too. That's amazing. 12 baskets were left. Oh, Left over 12 baskets from, what did we start with? All of us together. How many loaves of bread? How many fish? I don't even know if you even cut 5 loaves and 2 fish, it will not fit 12 baskets, but it did. After we said at least 15,000 people ate. So I decided to follow Jesus and his disciples because that's amazing. Little did I know. I told I was nosy. Oh, and God gave me ears that can hear. I can hear you in your house. Not really, but anyways. So I heard Jesus, after all this, told his disciple, get into the boat and go before me on the other side. I will meet you there. So I said, I want to do that. I'm going to get on the boat. My boat. I wasn't part of the disciples. I was part of those 15,000 people. So I said, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to follow. Remember, it was getting late. It was night. That was so tough. I have to, sorry, memories. It was night, actually. It was dark. And guess what? After everybody left, and me and my nosy Sincora, being nosy, decided to get her own boat. I know how to do that, but I don't know how to sink, so I put my life jacket on. Just in case. You gotta be safe, not sorry. And I even took this, I don't even know how to surf. Do you know how to surf? A little bit? You're lucky you're not with me. And I took my mermaid floaty, kind of big, but I did. Anyway. So I went on the boat, and suddenly, boys and girls, wind starting to come. And I mean wind. And guess what? It was opposing wind. You know what that means? Means the boats are going, yes, Shahid. A storm, and the wind, that's the worst part. When you're trying to row your boat, going this way, the wind coming what? This way. Oh, by the way, we were in the Sea of Galilee. I hear you guys are explorers, so you know where we're at today. So it was this way, and the wind was coming this way. But the thing is, I didn't see Jesus with them. I told you I can hear. He told them, go, I will meet you across, but I will be praying. And I'm like, Jesus, I need you. I don't know how to swim. Try to put goggles, try to breathe. But water kept coming in. I was going to die, and they were going to die too. No, Jesus. No, Jesus. Until the boat was in the middle of the sea. You can't go anywhere. Have you ever been into that? I hope not. I hope in the middle of the sea. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to leave. It's a sea. It's full of water, tossed by waves. For the wind was contrary, for the wind was opposite. Guess what? We started the 4th watch of the night. Anybody knows what that is? What's the 4th watch of the night? Very good. I'm here to tell you. Every day, there is day and there is morning. I need some math people. There is day and there is morning. I didn't ask yet. So, how many hours in a full day? All of us, we should know this. 24. So, the day is 12. 24 divided by 2 is 12, right? So it's 12, and the night is 12, correct? Now there are 4 watches in the night. So if we divide 12 divided by 4, how many hours per watch? Chris? Yes, sir. Good job. 3. So you were there, and you're a mathematician. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. You're lucky you didn't get with me in the boat, because Sincora was terrified. 3 hours. Now, the first, the second, the third, the fourth. Let me ask that. That's a hard question. What are the times of the fourth watch? So we finished the first, the second, the third, wind and storm and all like you saw on the TV. That is from 3, it is hard, 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. That's the most darkest time. And I thought I was gone. Mommy will not see me again. Oh, the memories. But I'm here. Obviously, I'm not. What happened? Jesus. Oh, sorry. Someone decided to show up. How? You can't knock on doors. Someone looked like a ghost, honestly, because it was the fourth watch. It was the darkest. It gets the darkest before you start seeing light at 6 a.m. Decided to come. Everybody started, ah! We did. And I heard all those disciples, they were terrified. Ah! You would too. Don't even laugh. Don't tell me that you wouldn't be scared. You're in the middle of waves, storm, water covering you. You can barely breathe, even with this snorkeling gear. Snorkeling, what are you going to see? You're going to die. I need the papers for today. I told Jessica, can you see with Becky? So, screaming. And then, yes, Chris. Because water was very, very good question. Not even a life vest could save me. I was prepared, but not even for that. That was too much. So anyway, after they cried out for fear, immediately Jesus spoke. And Jesus said, "Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid." That's our verse for today. Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid. But excuse me, I was in the ship next door. If that's something nearby. Good cheer. The wind is still there. The storm is still there. We're dying. Be of good cheer. If we can put it on the TV, Matthew 14:17. Sorry, 27. Matthew 14:27. Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid. And guess what? They had, when we call smart Alex, none of you is called Alex. That's very good. Sometimes, when they answer, when they just have to try everything. One of the disciples, Peter, said, "Is it you, Lord? Is that you? If that's you," Jesus was coming, what? Walking on water. He wasn't coming swimming. He's not going to make himself wet, Jesus. His robe and everything. Said, "If that's you, I want to come to you walking on water." I'm like, crazy, Peter. Crazy. Sincora will never do that because Sincora will sink even with a life jacket. So he said, "Come." Jesus, what? As for the movies, Jesus told Peter, "Come." And when Peter had come down out of the boat, guess what? He started, Peter walked on water. Don't try that at home or in the sea. Don't try that. Don't say, "I'm in a boat, I'm going to try to do like Peter." Don't do that. So, he started walking on the water. But Peter, with the wind and the waves, he looked and Jesus was right there. And Peter got scared. And Peter started sinking. And he said, "Lord, save me." Jesus didn't say, "I told you I'm the only one that can do it. Good luck." But he didn't say that. Jesus loves him. Even though Peter in the middle, he changed his mind. So he put his hand out and he held Peter. And guess what? I thought the waves and the wind would stop. This is very important. It didn't. And Peter and Jesus, oh, by the way, they didn't have life jackets. They didn't have all my gear. Nothing. They started walking back on top of the sea, back to the boat, while, I want you to know this, there was still wind and waves tossing around. And when they got in, everything was calm. As if nothing happened. The disciples looked and said, and me too, Sincora said, wow, he is truly the Son of God. Because no one can do that. No one can walk on water. No one can make another person walk on water. No one can just go in as soon as they get in the boat and everything calms down. That's amazing. When you guys get in your groups, I want you to talk with your leaders. Why? Why did Jesus allow all this to happen? For what? And at the end, they said, truly you are the Son of God. But also I want to tell you that I heard him tell Peter, why you have little faith, Peter? Why you have little faith? Let's pay attention, please. Why you have little faith, Peter? If you're walking with me, if you're coming to me, just look at me. And I think that's a great lesson. The great lesson is that we should not be afraid if we are in the place where Jesus wants us to be, even if waves come, even if we don't know how to swim, even if we can't handle it, that's not knowing how to swim. We should trust, because if Jesus said, remember, from the beginning, I will meet you on the other side, he will meet us on the other side. Do you understand? I want us to say the red part together 5 times, then I'm going to see who can say it. Be of good, all together, 1, 2, 3. Be of good cheer, it is I, do not be afraid. Again, be of good cheer, it is I, do not be afraid. Be of good. Look at the TVs and say it, 4th time. Be. Be. And it's in Matthew 14:27. Now, boys and girls, if I came to you and told you, be of good cheer, it is I, do not be afraid, you're going to look at me and say, Sincora, you will sink in a bathtub. But when Jesus said, it is I, that's the whole point why we should not be scared. May God help us, and may God help me. Never to be scared. Be of good cheer, he's saying today. Even, remember, when he said this, there was still storm. Remember, when he said this, there was still wind, and it was very hard. The wind only calmed down when Jesus walked back with Peter. Well, I'm so happy we're not as nosy as I, and you did not follow us. I mean, follow Jesus and only his disciples, because Jesus was praying. And maybe he was praying for them, that they would be able to handle this big problem. And right now, we're going to go ahead and split into groups and then go from there. Where are the group leaders? This kid? So I have these, and Kareem back there and Stephen? That's it? Okay, these are Giovanni, you, Shelly. I'm asking who. We can stop the live. Do you have the question?